Hey there, fellow chalk and friends. My name is Macon Maria, and I am an independent Chalk Couture designer, and I am here tonight to show you something super cool and super fun that I think you are absolutely positively going to love. Because tonight, Chalk Couture is meeting foil. So have you ever had this, of course you aren't as crazy as I am, but have you ever had the situation where you potentially have a few crafting supplies? I do tend to, okay, maybe it's the hoarder in me, but I do love crafting supplies. And I love different techniques and trying different things. So, before chalk came foil. And I made some small investments in foiling and have had tons and tons and tons and tons of fun foiling. But I was thinking the other night, why can't the two crafts meet? I know, you're excited. You are like waiting to see if this is going to work. But I tried it, and it works. But, you know, I'm going to show you how. So, what this is we're going to take the Chalk Couture transfers. So, what is Chalk Couture? Chalk Couture is a company that makes some adhesive silkscreen transfers that are reusable. One of the nicest features about them is you can use them over and over and over again, and you can use them with different mediums. They're we make amazing Chalkology paste and ink, which is the traditional way to use them, and you've watched me make many, many projects with them. You've watched me etch glass with them, where we're using an etching compound with our silk screens. Again, doesn't hurt the silk screens, and you can use it over and over again. So the beauty of these transfers is you can take these transfers and you can use them with all kinds of different mediums and create different looks with them when it's really just one transfer that you do different things with. We've inked pillows, we've done ceramics, we've done acrylic pouring, we've etched glass, t-shirts, canvas bags, oh my gosh, right? You've watched me do it all. So hello everybody. Oh, thank you Montina for sharing my video, because that's on my list. Oh, check out what I made. Aren't you proud of me, ladies? Look what I made. I made a little sheet to remind myself to please share my video. Oh, and I don't even think it says that on there. It says everything else on there except share my video. So what it says on here is if you want to be added to the VIP group, which is where we do some fun things like exclusive specials and the Club Couture. It's kind of special things we do with Club Couture. If you're not in the VIP group already, and some of you, we learned today, thought they were in the VIP group, but you're really not. So if you think you are, but not sure, message me. But if you comment, add me, I will send you the link to get into the VIP group. If you are interested in the Club Couture exclusive subscription, which is $19.99 a month, and this little B-side transfer comes like magic to your door with 3 paste colors, all you have to do is comment club, and I will send you the information on Club Couture. Oh my goodness, that's a lot, right? Well, look, aren't you proud of me? I made a little graphic. I was very proud of myself today. I've had a very eventful day, but I'm digressing. So, first we're going to talk about foil. And hello, everybody. I kind of have seen your comments scroll up, so I know you're all here. So thank you for watching me once again. I think tonight is going to be well worth your time and much faster than last night would be my goal. I think that was my record for all-time longest video. So I promise I will not do that to you again tonight. And if we are doing that again tonight, we will just turn it off in the end. Because I really don't think it's going to take that long for me to show you how to do this. But what we are going to do is we are going to use reactive foil. And we're going to take our reactive foil and use it with a reactive screen ink. And we're going to push the screen ink through our transfer, let it dry, and then we put the foil over it. We run it through this fancy little machine I'm going to show you. And are you ready? Are you ladies on the edge of your seat? I hope you are. Because this is going to solve that problem for you of You like variety in your crafting, you've got way too many supplies, and you just need to figure out how to make them all go together. I'm telling you. I know you're out there, ladies. You're right there with me. So you ready? This is what foiling is. So check it out. Oops, I'll go this way. See how it's foil? So this is the Bonjour transfer that we chalked on our palette board the other night with eucalyptus chalk. So this is it in chalk. And then what I did was I used the transfer and I used the reactive medium. I let it dry. I run the reactive foil, I run the foil through the machine with it, and you get foil. So, I know many of you are paper crafters. So, I know you're out there. I know you have 5 million pounds of scrapbook paper, like I do. Beautiful, beautiful paper that you're never going to use in your whole lifetime, right? Well, tonight, ladies, we are using that paper up. Okay, maybe not the 5 million pounds of it, but we're going to use some of it up because that's what you can do, is you can use these transfers with the medium over these beautiful papers, and, I mean, granted, this one I did on white, but we're going to try it on scrapbook paper. So you can use your transfers on paper, which is something we've never done before. So we have lots of new techniques going on here tonight. Oh, cough, cough, Debbie. Christina is throwing you on under the bus, Debbie. I have heard, Debbie, that you could potentially be a scrapbooker. I knew you were a woman after my own heart. I did know that you were. Montina, this is, I drink decaf, Montina. Isn't that a scary thought? Maria, it's Chuck. Are you ready for what's heading my way? No, Chuck, I'm not ready. But we're going to have so much fun. We are digressing. Focus, people, like a laser beam. So, see, now I'm all off track again. Okay, what we're going to do, I know what we're doing. So I did do several of these this afternoon because it has to dry. And because it has to dry, I knew we wouldn't have time. So we're going to have a little TV magic tonight where I'm going to show you how to do it, but then I do have them already dry so we can just, run them. So I'm going to just check this out, ladies. Look at our color choices in foil. Okay, I'm a hoarder. I've already been to the confessional about this today. I'm a hoarder. I have lots of different, oops, I'm trying to move them back so you can see them. I have lots of different foil color choices. And trust me, ladies, there's more. I do not own them all. I own many. And I don't just own this brand. I own more than one brand. Because I am by no means being a commercial for this company. This just happens to be the stuff that I have. I've seen many people and have used, myself, other products with foiling, and they work. So I'm not commercializing this company. But, whoops, this is the fancy machine I have. All this fancy machine. Debbie says I'm her spirit animal. Debbie, I'm telling you, you and I are far too much alike. So anyway, this is a mink foiling machine, which is a Heidi Swap machine. Heidi Swap makes all kinds of foiling doohickeys. Doohickeys. Oh, Carol, are you watching? We'll get you later, Carol. So Heidi Swap makes all kinds of stuff. You can use a laminator. You do not need this fancy machine. I have used a laminator, and the key to a laminator is just making sure your laminator gets hot enough. If your laminator gets hot enough, you don't need this machine. The difference with this machine is, first off, it's super thin. You're going to get a piece of paper through here, and that's about it. It does fit a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and it puts some good pressure on it. But a good laminator will give you the same results. Oh, hey, Cheryl. Welcome to the party, Cheryl. The other key is if you're going to use a laminator, just make sure you really heat it up. But we're going to get there. First, I'm going to turn my machine on and get it warming up while I talk about how we're going to do this. So, I'm going to show you how to do this. This is really simple. So, I just have a piece of scrapbook paper and a transfer and reactive foil. Reactive screen ink, it's called. And you buy this at Michael's. It's not fancy. This I would tell you it's a lot like ink when it comes out, but you need some. Okay, we're unfrozen. Hello, back. I'm glad you're back. Again, that happens. I was going to warn you guys earlier tonight. Happens every night. We never know when or why, but for about 10 seconds we freeze every night. So don't panic and don't hit the end button. I am coming back in about 10 seconds. Yes, Montina, this is truly just me. No coffee. I'm like this. Can you imagine living with me? I'm exhausting. I'm sure that's what my children say. All right, so back to what we're doing. I take my transfer, and I have fuzzed it, so it's not super sticky anymore. And I do that because I'm putting it on paper. And you want to make sure that it's not super sticky because it's so sticky that you could potentially rip your paper. So a brand new transfer that you've never used and never fuzzed is not going to go well. Just saying. So just make sure you fuzzed, and you are not so new. At least, use it. Like this one, I think we used, oops, it's not straight. I think we used this one 2 or 3 times before I attempted to put it on paper. I have not done much chalking on paper, and I do think that this would be really cool if we combined chalk and foil, which we can do. We'll get there. So first, I'm just going to do like we always do, right? We take our transfer, we put it on our surface, and we get the air out. So this process is exactly the same as if you were using chalk or if you were using ink. It doesn't change. So then you take your little reactive screen ink, and I'm just going to dab some of it on. You don't need a ton, but you do need enough. And I'm just going to use a small squeegee for this job because it's a small job. This is a small transfer. And you just go over. Now the big trick, I think, to this is you can't see it. So like when I did some of them this afternoon, I noticed that, I missed parts. Like if I'll show you that Bonjour one again, I missed a whole section of the postcard thing. Like the postmark on it. I just never put the ink on it because I thought I had done it. So again, just like you always do, you just squeegee. Now it's paper, so you don't want it to get too wet. So it's not something where you want to put big globs on it and leave it on. I did learn this afternoon you can take this little excess and stick it right back in your container again because you don't want to waste any of this. I honestly have owned this stuff for a long time. I could not tell you how much it is, but I do know that Joann's still has it. Michael's doesn't, but Joann's does. Okay, so I'm going to close my container because I'll stick my fingers in it somewhere. And then you just take your transfer off, just like you would if you were chalking. I do stick it in my water bath immediately, and I'm going to let it sit in the water bath because these are a little more work to clean up. Not a ton more, but a little bit more work because it's kind of more like glue. So you can barely see it on the paper. Okay, so we're going to take this and I'm going to set it aside to dry. And oh, look, movie magic. I happen to have another one just right here, all ready for us to go. Just like that. Just happened. So I'm going to wash off my squeegee because I don't want this to dry on my squeegee either because they're more of a pain to clean up if you do that. So just clean them while they're wet. Okay, so it's on here, dried from this afternoon. It doesn't take long to dry. I would say within 20 minutes it was dry. And we're going to look here at our foil color choices. So there's lots of them. And again, I'm not a commercial for Mink or foil, but I'm a commercial for Chalk Couture. But it is a really nice something added bonus you can do with your transfers. So there's iridescent. There's this absolutely gorgeous pale pink. This is called pink. Oh, shocking. Then this is our wild berry and foil, ladies. This one is called Hot Pink, but you know me, I would call that Wild Berry. I don't know what you guys would call it. To me, that is totally Wild Berry. Look at me all organized. Terry, you know me too well. Half the fun of crafting is organizing your crafts. Oh, this one says it's red, but obviously it's in the wrong container. This is the mint green, which is super pretty. This would be my daughter's first choice always, teal. We have rose gold, if Alyssa was watching, rose gold, and then copper. This copper is super cool. So those are our choices. I think when I look at the colors in our scrapbook paper, we should probably go either the mint green or just gold. Or, oh, you know what, maybe rose gold. Maybe we should do rose gold. You think we should do rose gold or should we do green? We have lots of other choices to do, so we'll get to these colors, don't you worry. Rose gold or green, ladies? Here's your color paper. Ooh, this way. I always go the wrong way. Or we could do regular gold. These are your color choices. Cheryl says rose gold. Okay, ding, ding, ding. Ooh, Debbie says green. Okay, I need a tiebreaker. Christina says green. Okay, don't you worry. Cheryl, we will get to rose gold. Okay, we got a lot of green choices. I'm curious to see how well the green shows up. Because, you know, you never know. Darker, lighter. So this is what this stuff looks like. It's this super, where's my hand? It's this super filmy, nothing to this whatsoever. Sorry, Cheryl. Cheryl says, oh, okay, we'll do mint. I love you guys. You guys are so awesome. So, I'm just going to cut it the size of my transfer. You don't want to really cut too much of it because you can use it. And you don't really need to cover the whole surface. You really just need to cover where we have the reactive ink. Okay? So you just lay it on top. Now I am going to trim this a little bit more just to get it the same size because it's got to go through my machine. It doesn't hurt it. It would stop rolling up on me. It doesn't hurt it to go through the machine if it's not attached to paper or the ink. But there's less likelihood of making a mistake the less you have of it. Okay, so I just lay it on top of here. You're on the edge of your seat, right? You are, I know. I am. So this is how you do this. The machine comes with carrier sheets, they're called. They're a plastic, they almost look like a laminator sheet, if you've ever laminated, that you stick your project in and you run it through there. What I have found is it actually just works easier with just cardstock. Because you want to get as much heat on it as possible. So I bring my little machine over. I put it on number 4. I don't know why. I just always have. Somewhere I probably read, do it on number 4. And this is it. That's it. You wait for it to go through the machine. It doesn't take too much more than that. So your scraps, these little pieces and stuff, I save these. But I have learned you want to kind of touch them as little as possible because if you get a little ding or something in them, it will affect how clean your foil is. But these are super fun to do like monograms and stuff in, so you could use these with the alphabet fonts and make some gorgeous signs if you wanted to make somebody's name. The alphabet fonts would be fantastic to do this with. So, while we're waiting for this to go through the machine, you all know I'm coming to Texas, right? In June, I'm coming to Texas for Chalk Couture Convention. Oh my gosh, the little flyer says, more chalking fun than you can possibly imagine. Ladies, wait till I come back from that. We're going to have so much fun. But I know some of you people are considering joining because we've been talking. And if you are considering joining, the registration for the convention in Dallas it's in Dallas, Debbie, starts on the 15th of March. So, if you wanted to come to convention with me, you should join soon so that you can register, because they are anticipating it's going to sell out. I don't know how quickly, but they have said that you should consider your registration like trying to get tickets for one of your favorite bands to see in concert. So if you are looking to come to convention, you have to be a designer. So you have to join. And this is really for those of you that have been considering joining, because I have been communicating with some of you about joining the company and doing all the fun things that I'm doing, right? Because who doesn't want to have this much fun? So if you want to do that, and convention is anywhere on your radar, you probably want to join soon, is my commercial for joining. But if you are interested in joining and you want to listen to what we kind of call an opportunity call, where they kind of go through the ins and outs of being a designer, you know, the requirements, how you get paid, what you can do, all that great stuff, my friend Sarah does a call, a live, every Monday that is recorded, that I can get you in that group. So if you're interested in that, just type in the comments opportunity, and I will get you that link and get you in. Okay, so we are out of the machine. So what you can do is you can actually see the imprint in the foil right on it. Christina, the date's in June. It's that last weekend in June. So all you do, I do let it cool a little bit before I pull it off. And, woo, ladies, check this bad boy out. And let's go this way for light. So I would say that this color is not necessarily the best color. From a darkness, it's hard to see in the, we should have gone bold color. So maybe the gold. But it does look at how the foil adhered. So we've got really good coverage of the foil. So let's try, don't worry, I got more. So this kind of gives you a really nice resist. And you could foil this too. I mean, you could put the medium all on one piece of paper and then put this down and you would get the reverse. So sometimes these can be just as much fun as these. All right, so let's do another one. So this was Bonjour in gold. I did do another Bonjour, so we can do that one. I also did, so this is another one of those problems that sometimes, oh, thanks Debbie for putting the dates. It's June 28th to 29th. And gift bags, right? Who doesn't have 5 million gift bags in their house? And you're suddenly going to a party and you need to, you want to just jazz it up, because this is cute, but would it be even more cute if it said happy birthday on it in foil? So this one, you can kind of see it, I did with this transfer. This one, I did with our other happy birthday transfer. So these are A-size transfer. This is an A-size transfer. So it's 5x7. It's a $9.99 transfer. And this does fit through the machine, because I have done these before. So let's do this one in, let's do the copper. Debbie, who's Addison? I don't know. Who's Addison? Oh, or is it Add Me? Debbie, what you typing, sister? Okay, so look at this color. Look at how cool this one is. We are going to stick some copper on this guy. So all you do is cut it. Stick it through your machine. This is how easy it is. Just lay it on. Put it through your carrier sheets. I found that the carrier sheets give it some resistance as it goes through the machine, so it does need the carrier sheet. And then, maybe it doesn't need the carrier. Maybe it's not going to go through my machine. I could have sworn I did these before. Okay. Do you hear that noise? It's not happy. Maybe I'm going to break it. Oh, Addison, Texas? Is that where convention is, I don't think so. I made my hotel reservation for the Marriott. Maybe it was Addison, Texas. Could be. Could be. You know, I would expect, I don't know Texas as well as you ladies do, since you live there. Okay, so. It's really working hard on the bag. Maybe we're only going to do one bag. But it does go through, because I have done them. It just, you know, wants to complain a little bit about the thickness of the bag. And now it's on the like ties for the bag. So it is complaining a lot. So next, I've got some more fun ones. These guys, I put welcome on. So I think you can see it. See the welcome? Oh, it's close to your office, Debbie? Wow. Okay, Texas people. All right, so I'm pulling it out. I don't know. Can you see what I'm doing? You probably can't see what I'm doing. So out of the machine it comes. Again, I just give it a quick second to cool off. You don't have to, but when I was using the laminator, it was more important. Woo! Look at this. Happy birthday bag. Look at how cute that is. Now, who wouldn't like a present in this cute little bag? So I would tell you, like, at the bottom it got distressed down here, but otherwise it did a great job. Okay, so those are our bags. Now we're going to move on to welcome. So the nice thing, and I say this all the time, about these transfers is really their versatility, your ability to use 5 million different things with them. It's not just one craft, which I think is what's so cool. Between the inking and the chalking and all that great stuff. Okay, so this one I think needs hot pink. Because this has it has a hot pink and orange in it. So I think the hot pink will stand out. So let's try hot pink on this one. Okay, so I said share, right? I said share. I talked about Club Couture because those transfers are coming. And we're going to start in the VIP group. For those of you who are members, we're going to start some of the exclusiveness of Club Couture. So if you have not joined Club Couture, you need to do that. Club Couture is the $19.99 subscription service. I think I talked about this already, so I'm not going to repeat myself because you ladies hear this every night, right? But it's super cool. So you just cut your foil. I had to cut this one bigger because it has a little cutout at the bottom. Jan loves being able to create unique things. Look at that, Jan. And here we are, creating unique things. Maria Originals, as we like to call them. Because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I get a little too creative, right? And then we're like, what the heck was I thinking? In fact, so I gotta tell you, remember when we did the You Are Enough series? I made something that I was not fond of at all. And those of you who know my family, my sister is an interior designer. And she is not on Facebook. So she does not watch me. And the only way she can watch me is when her daughter is home from college. She loads me up on her Facebook and she shows me to her mom. Well, it happened to be one of those nights where I made a project that I was not particularly fond of. And my sister called me up the next day and she's like, what were you thinking? And I'm like, I wasn't thinking. That was the whole problem. You try to do this and talk to people at the same time. It was so funny. She's like, what were you thinking? I'm like, I don't know. It was a bad color choice. It was just bad all the way around. But I made it, and you lovely ladies watched. Hey, Tammy. I need a refresher if I sign up for the club. Will I receive now or April 5th? Very good question, Tammy. Let me answer that question for you. So, Club Couture is a monthly subscription, and if you sign up now, you are signing up for April 5th. However, you do get an option to add on this month's transfer. So you don't have to wait till April 5th to get your first transfer. You can get your first transfer right away, and you will get the March one, which our lovely ladies have not received yet, so I'm not divulging what it's going to be, but let's just say it's fabulous, because it is fabulous. So yes, Tammy, you can add it on, but you don't have to add it on if you don't want to. You can just sign up and then wait till April 5th. You don't get charged until April 5th, and then you get charged once a month, $19.99. It's free shipping. You get the 8.5 by 11 transfer and 3 paste colors. The paste color will never be white because they kind of assume everybody has white, and white's a pretty basic color. You also get a one-time option to buy a Kickstarter kit, and in that Kickstarter kit comes 2 surfaces, a board eraser, 2 squeegees, and a big white, because white is the most used color. So we're just pushing through our little welcome sign. You're right, Debbie. Nobody can tell you like a sister. A sister and a mother. Hi, Mom. Yeah, I know, Mom. My mom watches me. Hi, Mom. Did I make my shirt? You know, that's like the 3rd person that asked me that today. I did not make my shirt. I just ordered it online. But I could make it now. This is an old sweatshirt. But, yes, I did not make it. But we could have, because now we have the technology now. Ooh, Lisa loves her Kickstarter kit. Have you been using it, Lisa? So Lisa signed up last month, so she got her, but she doesn't have her May one yet. So she doesn't know yet what she's getting. Woo! Check this one out, ladies. Welcome in hot pink. This one did not adhere very well. And now that I'm feeling it, it's because the paper is bumpy. So I bet I didn't push it through the transfer enough. So it's there, but it's more faint. I mean, there's a definite foil difference between the two of them. So let's see. This one's kind of bumpy too. Let's see what this one's going to do. If this one will stick. Let's see if we can get this guy on here. Don't know if this piece is big enough. Ooh, this piece is just big enough to cover. So you save all your little scraps, because you save your little scraps so that when you have just a little tiny piece that you want to foil, you can just run it through. So you could totally chalk something and just have like a little heart in foil. You could ink. And, well, ink would be hard to put through the machine. I wouldn't want to put the ink through the machine because of the heat. It would heat set it. But you don't really want to ink on paper, I don't think. You could, but I don't know why you would when you could use chalk. So, Tammy, did that answer your question about Club Couture? It's super fun. And this month's transfer is cute. It's cute. They're all cute, though. And next month's. Yeah. Oh, the fun, ladies. Oh, every month, just like magic, it comes in the mail. So we, as designers, have always had this once a month transfer come in like magic, like the mail, or in the mail like magic, and it is so much fun. Like right now, I'm stocking my mailbox every day. Like, is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Poor Joe and Charlie, you know, I'm sending them down there. Go get the transfer. And today, I really was banking on it coming today, because I get mine a few days, not too many, but mine mails on the 1st of the month, and yours mails on the 5th. So I get it just a few days early, and mine's not here yet. So I'm just letting it cool. We're going to see what this one did, because this is, again, that slightly bumpier paper. So you just pull it, grab the corner, just like you do your transfer, really. Because it's just super flimsy. Yeah, this one did the same thing. But this one turned out a little bit better. So these are really cute framed. See, then you have this little resist. Let's see here. This one is not bumpy. Let's see what this one does. So this one, somewhere on here. Nope. Over here. This one has Your Life is Your Story, Write Well, Edit Often. And I think let's do this one in the, what color did we want to try? Rose gold? I think we wanted to, let's try rose gold. This is super pretty. It's rose gold. I don't know how else to explain it. So we'll just whip this guy on here real quick. So this little project doesn't take long. You can make cards. You can make scrapbook pages. You can make gift bags, thin ones. Monograms. That's what I did the most with it. Where did I put my scissors? The last time was I made monograms with the foil. Any of the transfers you could. So you could chalk it and just do like one word. So, for example, the one that we did that turned out so nice, the do small things with great love. You could just do, you know, the love in foil, and the rest of it you could do in chalk. You don't have to do the whole thing. What you would do in that situation is you would put your transfer down, and you would put the reactive, this stuff, reactive screen ink on the word, just on that word, take it off, foil it, wash your transfer off, put your transfer back down, and then chalk, the chalk part. It would be super easy to do that. If you get some time here, we'll do that. But I promise I'm not going to keep you as long as I kept you the other notes. Because last night was long. Last night was very long. So, I apologize for that. Oh, one more thing. Canada, ladies. Anybody know anybody in Canada that we can introduce Chalk Couture to? I don't know anybody in Canada. But if you know anybody in Canada, let me know. Because then, I think they should have as much fun as we're having, right? So I just stick it on my paper, put my carrier sheets over it, and stick it through the machine. And the machine does the work. It's just hot. So a laminator, I have tried it with an iron. It works with an iron. You just have to be careful with an iron. The laminator really is the best, though. And this machine is not super expensive. I don't think this machine was. I doubt it was a lot of money, or I wouldn't have bought it if it was a lot of money. You know me, I'm a cheap crafter, or inexpensive crafter. I'm a frugal crafter. I don't like to spend tons of money on lots of supplies I'm not going to use. Okay, so and I think we got to do this guy. So I did Mr. No Drama Llama on rainbow paper. So what color do you think should we do him in gold? Oh, you know what? Maybe we should do him in teal. What do you think? Should we do him in teal? Okay, so our little one is coming through the machine. So this little guy would be really cute in like a 5x7 frame. So part of my problem this afternoon when I was practicing, or not practicing, but getting them ready to dry, Hey, Carol! Welcome! Alright, ladies, I have got to tell you a funny story about Carol. Carol, I'm throwing you under the bus, babe. Sorry. You know, you're going to watch me. You get thrown under the bus. So, remember last night we were talking about our doohickeys. So, Carol and I have this funny little thing about doohickeys. And today... Oh, my goodness, ladies. Wait till you see this one. Sorry, Carol. I'll get back to you. Wow. Look at that. Look at how cool that... This is going in my daughter's room. Oh my goodness. Look at how cute that is in the foil. I'm in love. I am totally in love. I've always loved foil though. So, those of you glitter fans, welcome to foil. I know you're all going to be foiling next. That is so cool. And look, you don't have to reinvent the wheel and invest lots of more money because you've already got your transfers. And it's just one more way to bring value to the use of the same transfers. Just possibilities. Oh my gosh, possibilities. Okay, so now we're going to use our teal. I think this one's new. Yeah, this one's new. Hasn't been out of the box yet. Okay, so Carol. Back to Carol and her doohickeys. Carol messaged me today. So, you know how last night I was saying sometimes I like to dab and sometimes I like to dip and go? Carol came up with the perfect line. Perfect line. The line was, I should dollop or dip and go. Because we stir to a yogurt sour cream consistency. and do a dollop of like Daisy or sour cream. Oh my gosh, Carol, I have laughed about that ever since you messaged me that today. I thought that was so funny because I should dollop. I should not dab, I should dollop. Oh, that just was, Carol, thank you so much for messaging me that because that was just so funny. I love it when you guys send me messages. It's just so much fun to get to know all of you and have so much fun with all of you every night. So foiling is actually how Chalk Couture came to be for me. So we had, last year, I decided to clean out my craft room. Maybe this was 2 years ago now. And I started a craft club because I had lots of kid crafts. And my daughter, who you all know is 10 now, but at the time she was probably 8. And how we cleaned out my craft room was every Thursday, they get out of school a little early, she and her girlfriends would come home and they cleaned out my craft room for me. And we had a craft club. So she and her girlfriends had this little craft club, and they called it the Giving Crafters or something like that, because sometimes we would throw a service, like we did random acts of kindness one day. The Kindness Crafters, that's what they called it. So we would do something fun, and then we would craft. And they cleaned out my whole craft room for me. It was like perfect. Because you know, you have like 4 of this and 5 of that left over. And it was 7 little girls, and they would just come. Well, then the mom started saying, well, we need a club. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm game on if you're game on. So then I started investigating crafts. And one of the first crafts I found was foil. And I was on vacation with my sister-in-law, and I was talking to her about the club because she's super artistic and ridiculously talented. And she said, have you ever heard of Chalk Couture? It's the latest and greatest thing. And I'm like, no, I have never heard of Chalk Couture. The next thing you know, I am on vacation on the dock watching videos of people chalking, like nonstop. And I watched this particular person over and over and over again, who I now call her my friend. I've never met her. But she's who I joined under because I've watched hours of her videos, and she taught me so much. And she is the nicest woman, as so far I have found everybody to be in the company. But that's how chalking came to be, was through foil. So look, it's all come full circle, and here we are, still foiling away and still chalking away. But I have watched hours of videos of people chalking, kind of like you guys watch me. And I did say at one point, I now understand how my children can watch people play video games for hours, because I can watch people craft for hours. Before, I could not understand how they could do that. But now I have a much better understanding of how they do it. So that is how Chalk Couture came into Maria's life. And I call myself Making Maria not because I like to make things, although I do love to make things, but I call myself Making Maria because I like to make things, as well as it's the making of Maria. Because I was at a point in my life, I was kind of trying to figure out my next adventure. What was I going to do? What was I going to be when I grew up? And this is the making of me. So, ladies, check out our llama in foil. Oh my goodness, isn't he cool? Oh my gosh. So, let me get him a little closer. He is a little distressed too, but not bad. Wow. Look at our little llama in foil. This is cool, ladies. All right, so we've got our llama, our story worked, our do small things worked, except it's wrong colors. I would change our welcome ones. We just have a couple more, and then we're going to be done. We will be done then. And there was something else I was going to do, but I can't remember what it is at the moment. So this one is the You Are Enough. And you can see this really well, so I think this one's going to turn out pretty good. And what do you think about iridescent? I'm thinking maybe iridescent. We could go back to copper. Which one has haven't we used? I think we've pretty much used them all so far, haven't we? We've used teal, we've used mint. I don't think we've done plain gold. We've got plain gold. We've got that light. Did we use that? We didn't use the light pink, but I don't think, well, maybe light pink would go okay on here. Got a preference, lady? I love the llama, too. I do, as well. And Terry, I did see that comment about how I should do a gallery wall in Ella's room. You're right, I should do a gallery wall in Ella's room. Because there's so many wonderful transfers that I think a young girl should hear, right? We are enough. We are most definitely enough. We should rewrite our story often. Would iridescent be too light? I think you're right, Cheryl. I think iridescent would be too light. So let's go pale pink. We could do wild berry. Because it didn't really turn out on the welcome ones, and he really needs a fair shot, right? So they're very similar in color. It's not like they're that different. But you all know my obsession. I never liked that llama until now. I never liked that llama either. So which one? You think wild berry or pale pink? You know, Tammy, that llama is so popular. Oh my goodness, that llama is so popular. But you gotta like llamas. I think I have made that llama. Every time I make that llama, I sell it, and I've had people buy that transfer. We've mailed that transfer all over the country. It's a little crazy. All right, so I think we're going bold. Wild berry. All right, Carol. Carol, you speak my love language, Carol. We are doing wild berry. Yep, we are. So, I'm going to cut my foil, because it's that easy to do. I'm going to make it smaller so I'm not wasting the foil. I do have a little bin that I put all my little scraps in, because you'd be surprised how often just that little tiny corner of foil can be used. So this is I'm being kind of reckless because you guys are, I get nervous while we're together always, and I just kind of throw things around. But when I'm by myself, I'm a much more careful crafter. But you should really save all these little pieces because they're useful. All right, so llamas are super duper popular now. I know, Carol. They are. I'm not a llama. Well, I guess I like the llama. It's cute. Would I hang it on the wall in my living room? Probably not, but I would totally hang it other places in my house. So I like the llama. I've done him in, oh gosh, we've done him on t-shirts and board after board, ombre, hot mess, plain. He was one of the very first transfers I ever did. He's a super cool transfer. Whew, goodness, ladies. Don't you love my little sign? Aren't you proud of me? This is my little graphic. This is actually the graphic for the Girls' Night Out box that is going out to people. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're not familiar with the Girls' Night Out box, that is actually in the other group, the Making Maria VIP group. And Fortnite Llama? What's that mean, Debbie? Fortnite? The video game Fortnite? Hey, Cassidy! Baby mama, how you doing? Oh my gosh, Cassidy, I gotta tell you. So Cassidy, for all of you that don't know, because why should you just hear all about my life? Let's hear about Cassidy's too. Okay, I'll be nice. I won't share about Cassidy, but I'm gonna share it anyway. Cassidy's little boy is learning how to be potty trained, and Cassidy, we giggled. Charlie's going to school tomorrow, and he's telling everybody what William did today. So be prepared. Okay, you ready? Because this is the wow, ladies. This is our foil. See, you can see the imprint because it's gone through the machine. Here you go. Ready? Whee. Oh, gosh, this is so cool. So this is the one thing I would tell you you have to be really careful of. You can't go off the transfer with the medium. So Cassidy says she missed this first half, was busy doing laundry, which she hates. Cassidy, you need that laundry sign. Oh, that would actually match your laundry room too. But this is our really cool foiling. Super cool. I like this color on here. I think it is currently Googling how to bring someone into your home to do laundry. Cassidy, you call your aunt. She does your laundry. Just saying. But there we go. This is the You Are Enough. So we have saved the piece of resistance, like my French there, don't ya, for last. We're going to do bonjour one more time. Because look at how cool that is, right? Bonjour in foil. We're going to do it this time in the one color we haven't done yet, which we're going to do them in the light pink. So the mistake I made with bonjour is it's not super thick cardstock. It's just kind of paper. It's not as thin as typing paper, but it's not cardstock either. So let's do this one. So as you can see, the medium is already on here. So all we did was I laid down the transfer. I took our reactive screen ink, I dabbed it on, and I squeegeed it over. And then I pulled it off, put it in my water bath, same way as chalk. Then I had to let it dry so that we could use it. And you can see the resist of it on there. And now we're going to simply stick our foil over it, put it through our little machine, which is very similar to a laminator. And you can use a laminator. That works as well, as you don't need fancy machinery to do this. You just want to play with it to get the best results. So don't do it on your absolute favorite project that you have one of the first time. Not necessarily, you won't have that problem with the ink and the screens. You'll have the problem with the foil. You got to play with it to get it the temperature that you need it to be. And sometimes when you use a laminator, as they don't quite get hot enough, you just run it through twice before you take it off. I have had some success. When we first started doing that, I did not have this mink foil machine, and that's what I would do. I had a laminator, and we'd just run it through several times to get it hot enough. Because, I mean, I still do have it, I just don't use it for this. I have a very inexpensive laminator. Of course I do, right? Because what craft supply don't I have? I know, that's what you were thinking. That's what Mr. Berman thinks too. I do pretty much own them all. No, I don't. Just for the kind of crafts I like to do. Believe it or not, there are some I don't do. Alright, so we're just cutting it to size to get it on the paper. And I'm going to stick my carrier sheet behind it. Where's my other carrier sheet? I've been throwing pieces of paper around too much. Where's my other? Well, we'll just use this one. This one will work. Stick my carrier sheet on top. Run it through our machine. And we are going to get a very pretty pale pink bonjour in foil. Okay, so I'm just running it through. While that's running, I'm going to stick this back in. So I would tell you, from cleaning your transfers, this does not hurt your transfers, but you do want to, this is one of those, you need a board eraser. Because it really, here, I'll show you quick, without getting everything all wet. So this one has been sitting in our water bath since we did it, and see how you can see the gunk in the screen? It comes right out, but the board eraser the board eraser makes light work of it, and the board erasers are super inexpensive, and they just have so many uses, from cleaning your screens to washing your boards off. The board erasers are a wonderful tool to have. So we're almost through. What else? I don't think I got any funny stories left, ladies. I've kind of run the gamut here. It's only Wednesday. Hey, I know what day of the week it is today. It's a Wednesday. I may potentially have looked it up before I went live. Just so I didn't say the wrong day again like I did yesterday. Okay, so I took it out. I'm just giving it a second to cool. You don't really have to do that. I just do it. Okay. And again, you can see how it's in there, the imprint of it. You ready? This is the wow moment. Here we go. I can get the corner up. Be still my heart. Oh my goodness, look at this crazy bird. Oh! Look at how cool he is. Oh my goodness. Is that not gorgeous? So you stick this bad boy in a frame. Now, obviously it's an 8x10 frame, but check this out. I have wild berry frames, which I think our pale pink little foil bird would look amazing in. So we're going to stick our pale pink little bird in our wild berry frame and have some total cuteness. So again, if you're watching the replay, you can still comment, and if you want, you can still comment for the Chalk Couture, you can still comment for the Opportunity Group, and you can still comment for adding to the VIP group, or the Canada, if you know anybody in Canada. So today, I did communicate with many of you last night, because I've never said that before about the replay, and many of you today commented, so thank you. I guess I just assumed people knew that, and I shouldn't have. So, replay watchers, because really most of you watch the replay. Probably so you can fast forward my rambling. No, of course you don't do that. No, you watch all of me. I'm sure you do. All of it. Every last minute. You're hanging on every word. But for those of you that are watching the replay, you can still comment, and I do go back and look for comments, and I do answer. So, you are free to do so. Also, please share. As always, I very, very much appreciate you sharing my videos. Okay, so you've seen me do this 5 million times when we put a chalkboard in it. But this time, we're going to keep the glass. Now, I do need to cut my picture. But to give you an idea, I don't know if I love the wild berry frame. I gotta move them over too. So I have to cut the piece of paper because it's an 8.5 by 11 and my frame is 8 by 10. But look at how cool that is. This is so much fun. So ladies, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a super fantastic evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for watching me again. Again, I went longer than I wanted to. Someday I'll make 15-minute videos, I promise, and I won't ramble. But thank you for watching me. Please hit share. Check out my little graphic while I hit the finish button, because I have to move. See, I thought I was going to be all cutesy here, and I was going to hold this up while I hit the finish button. But it doesn't always work that way. So, have a great night, ladies. Thank you for watching.